Welcome to another edition of Nuffle Be Praised Action. I am NBB President Steiny, president of NBP-Pro.com. That's NuffleBePraisedPro.com. Just a few minutes, we're going to have a kickoff of our Race Roulette Ruckus final. It's going to feature SC Bear's Lizardman Squad Munch against Mario Godzilla's Nekromantic team, the Nekromancies Folly. Basically, the competition was structured as such: two blocks of 6 coaches each, so 12 teams competed in 5 games. So each block played 5 games. Basically, every coach in one block played every other coach in that same block. The top 2 performers of both teams ended up placing into the semifinals intra-block. So the second place Block A played first place Block B, and first place Block A played second place Block B. So those 2 things together, and there we have the finals. So the Crunch and Munch won their match, and Nekromancies Folly won their semifinal match. So now they are going to square off with the winner. Winning the Race Roulette Ruckus will also qualify for a $10 PSN card. So the whole purpose of it, basically the Race Roulette Ruckus, was we took all the coaches, we drew them out of a hat, we took all the teams, drew them out of a hat, put them together, and there you have it. So each coach randomly got a random race. There's one coach of every one of every race except for Nurgle, because we didn't have him at the time, and also Bretonian actually. So it's only 12 of the 14 released races at the time, just to see Race Roulette Ruckus who's the best team. So it's coming down to Lizardman and Necro. They were all fresh, 1000 TV when they started, and here we go. Just waiting for that to pop up. Let me hit the search button here. So it looks like I've been informed that both teams have bribes. Must be owing to the stadium type that either Mario or SC Bear has. I'm not sure who's home. Mario chooses to kick the ball. Both teams get bribes, and the Crunch and Munch has a wizard. So wizard for Crunch and Munch, bribe for both teams. We're gonna whop in. Mario won the ball, won the kickoff and deferred. So Mario Godzilla won the kickoff and deferred. So the Nekromantic team is going to kick off to the Lizardman Squad, and both teams have bribes. Lizardman Squad has a wizard. Excuse me. They have a number of lizards. So just as about we load into here, any moment now, once Cabal Vision comes through, here we go. Alright, so let's take a look at the receiving Lizardman team. So it looks like we have a full complement of Saurus, or Saurai if you will, that's 4, 5, 6, as well as a Proxigor. And it looks like for skilled pieces, he's got a block, break, tackle Saurus, he's got a sidestep Skink, he's got a diving tackle, sidestep Skink, and I don't believe the Proxigor, no, the Proxigor does not have any skills. Close, though. On the defensive side of things, Mario's got a Flesh Golem with block, he's got a zombie with wrestle, he has a ghoul with wrestle, he's got a blodging tackle white, he's got another blodging white, and then he has a block, mighty blow, pile-on werewolf, which That is nasty. Oh, man. Each team receives an additional bribe. This is going to be awesome. So both teams have 2 bribes. This is going to be great. There is going to be a lot of violence and blood in this match. And this is going to be quite exciting. Right off the bat, knock that wrestle piece down with a little bit of action. So this should be an interesting matchup because what you're looking at here is the raw strength of the Saurus and the maneuverability of the Skinks against a much more versatile necromantic team. There's flesh golems as well as... There we go. It's frozen for a second. There's flesh golems as well as the werewolves and the whites. It can be difficult to deal with. Yes, Demented, all the bribes in the world. I love it. All right, we got a stun here on turn 1. Gastu the cadaverous takes some quick shut eye against Saurus here. Be interesting to see how this map plays out if since there could be overtime, if they'll play for the overtime, if one team will play to just decisively knock out the other team. Be interested to see how that works.
When they fumble that bit.
Yo, what's up, White? Mr. Castle. Any predictions from our viewership over who they think is going to win this one, the Lizards or the Necros? SC Bear, they're both pretty good team, both pretty good coaches here. If you're following Nuffle Be Praised regular Pro League, which is a 24-team, 8-week season, Season 2, both Mario Godzilla and SC Bear made the playoffs. I believe Mario made it as a wild card. I believe SC Bear won his division. So these are quality coaches here. In NBP, SC Bear had an undead team, and Mario had a wood elf team. So at least SC Bear is kind of familiar with how the zombies and the whites, and the ghouls, the players that share pieces with Necro and undead. So he should have some familiarity there. And Mario's been around for quite a while as well, so I don't anticipate him being surprised with Lizards. They're a pretty classic team. Here we go, right off the bat. Excellent. Fouling a flesh golem. Gotta do it. I mean, there's no reason not to. You got two bribes, use them, but he was unsuccessful. So he's gonna stay, but those flesh golems are gonna be fouled, I think, a large number of times. To mention putting his money on the Lizards, but he might be biased. I love it. That's our Season 2 champion right there in the chat right now that I'm speaking with folks. His dumpster diving Lizards team won it all, and enough will be praised. And a few days you can check out our website, NBP-Pro.com, to read a great recap about our last week of Season 2 action, which will have recaps of all the games played that week, as well as other great information pertaining to our Season 3 that we're getting geared up to enter into our transfer market and all that other great stuff. So if you're a PS4 Blood Bowl player and you want to join a new league or want to play plays with some decent coaches and some elite level competition, quite frankly, in my opinion, I think we're getting there, then check out NBP-Pro.com. Now, I don't know what you do here as the Nekromancers. I feel like this werewolf is gonna come crash down on Captain Crunch. If I were Captain Crunch right now, I would be worried that Amaris the Cursed is about to F him up. And I love the team names too. Captain Crunch, Fruit Loop. So we've got cereals for the Crunch and Munch, which is awesome. And I think it looks like mostly standard names for the Nekromancies Folly, which makes sense. It's a necromantic team. The theme is that they're a necromantic team, so I like it. I like both teams. Excellent. Thinking ahead on Mario's part, putting a safety werewolf, just in case things go south for him. Those skinks have ridiculous mobility, so by placing that werewolf there, he literally can cover the entire field almost, just by virtue of how the werewolf's movement ain't. He basically can move laterally all 6 or 7, and he can move laterally this way 6, and even can go up and down. So there's not really any place in that second half of the pitch that you'd be safe from that werewolf, should that werewolf decide to get aggro. Here we go. I absolutely expected this. Block, claw, pylon.
The strength of a man. Unfortunately,
Gets the stun. Will we see the pylon? Alright, werewolf pylons are a big splash. I love it. Now, he's got to be worried here. If I was Mario, I don't necessarily know that I would have piled on, knowing that there are 2 free-floating bribes. I mean, obviously, the money pieces to foul probably are those golems, but I don't know. That werewolf has some ridiculous abilities. I feel like I would try to block Fruit Loop into Gerhardt, and then I would realign all these Sauruses around, and I would gang foul the hell out of that werewolf. That's what I would do. I personally think that werewolf is a much bigger threat than those golems are. I mean, I could be wrong. It's difference of opinion, other people, but he's got plenty of strength 4, so he doesn't have to worry about strength 4, which is normally the golem's strength. And yeah, stand firm is what it is, but yeah, that werewolf that's who you want to take care of.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Here he comes. Kind of all protected around. Kind of screens all the way around. Yeah, I'm not a fan of lizards myself. I ran lizards before in a different league for an entire season, and let's just say they didn't go well for me. They didn't go well for me. The best thing about them was the lizard puns. Reliant in creating them. That was pretty much their sole claim to fame, other than losing most of their games. They did that too. Here we go. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, no. Yes, there it is. Fouls the werewolf. Fails. Where is the blood? So we've seen a failing pylon, 2 failed fouls. Come on. People out here, they want to see the blood. They want to see the blood. Now, it'd be interesting to see what Mario does on his next turn. Because obviously he's going to stand up the golems, tie up that centerpiece, and effectively cut off 3 stars right off the bat. And then, I don't know, I might blitz Snicker to base tricks, although, I don't know, you might always want to keep everything in front of you. Try to get some skinks off the field, perhaps. Because if you play the whole game, if you don't start getting skinks off the field, you're going to be in trouble. I mean, Nekromancies, since they have the werewolves, they don't have to worry so much about losing the ghouls because they have the werewolves. I am incredibly saddened by the lack of bone breaking. Demented. Agreed. What is going on? Are these fouls or what? I mean, don't worry though. We still have 2 more bribes and a wizard, so we're gonna see some action. It's gonna happen. I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd be worried if I were that skink ball carrier though. That's for damn sure. I can see him blitzing the werewolf in on the ball carrier. And obviously to help to get his werewolf from being on the ground.
Now his buddy can move freely.
Actually, he doesn't even need to do that. The white, blitz with the white. This dude's got tackle.
I love it.
And tackle comes huge here. Veteran move by Mario. Making sure he blitzed with his tackle piece after getting him freed up. Excellent play here. but the ball falls. Not a terrible bounce for SC Bear for the Crunch and Munch, by virtue of two players basing it and marking the ball rather, and he can get that skink to get it and hopefully get up and go. The problem he might run into though is that there will be two werewolves that he's going to have to deal with. And quite frankly, I wouldn't want to deal with werewolves under the best of circumstances, let alone when all of your Saurus are tied up and your Croxagore is nowhere to be found. I mean, he's there, but that Croxagore is not going to do anything this turn. So, I don't know what you do here. I mean, I never take advice from me if I can give any advice to the viewers at home. Never take any advice from me. I'll probably theory bowl a whole bunch of shit, and I have never won anything, so probably a good idea to take that advice with a grain of salt. But I try, so you'll have that. 2 years in a row, I'm the loser of the finals of the worst. Season 1, I lost the Blurst to the Blurst to Season 2 champion of everything, Demented, and then Season 2 I lost the... Oh, here we go! Ben the Dead Jester is injured. What do we got? Oh, no long-term effect. Boo. And he's okay! Game on! Game on! And then in Season 2, I lost the finals of the mediocre tournament to Just Stevie and the Rockport Redbacks. Great game. To his credit, Stevie outplayed me with my Chaos team, and of course he did have Nuffle on his side and got some fortuitous armor breaks, but I don't want to take anything away from him. It was a great game. So now we've got a zombie, but that's not off the pitch. It's not really a big deal for they're kind of fodder for the Nekromancy team. They can lose a couple zombies and not really be in any worse for wear. The question is if Crunch and Munch is going to be able to get a hold of that ball and secure it. Yeah. It's a push.
This player likes to be well assisted.
There we go. Little skink blitz. Getting the 2-die. Frees up his man with the sidestep. I'd expect him to double back to the ball with Snicker. Oh, setting up the ladder piece. I like it. Or sacrificing his skink to a very hungry werewolf. What'll happen?
The ball is in the player's hands. What next?
All the way around. Does he hand off?
That player's like a
He
streak.
does.
Yeah, it's a streak of something, Jim, but I wouldn't call it lightning.
Interesting, interesting. Well, the werewolf's got the movement, so he's still going to cream that skink. Yep. Just base the first one and go all the way around with the second one. Won't even be a go for it. Oh, snap. Dub skulls. I don't know that I would do all my blocks before I do my blitz. Now we don't have his reroll. Yes, he does. That skink definitely... Oh, no, that skink does not. The ball carrier skink does not have sidestep. The first skink did. The skink that was the forming the screen. So... Oh, he piles on a stunned skink. Oh, the brutality, ladies and gentlemen. The brutality. And we are down 1 skink. See, there's 2 schools of thought for taking a lizard team on. There's isolate and tying up the Saurus if you can play the strength game against them, or the positioning game if you're an agility team. But if you're a bash team and you have to play, you kill skinks. You go on skink hunting. Because if you remove the opponent's skinks, there's nothing they're going to do to pick up that ball. That AG1 all day long, it basically means they're trying to, might as well try to use your Saurus to pick the damn ball up. Or your Croxagore, rather. Because it's going to have just as much success as any of your Saurus will. So might as well give it to the big guy. Bonehead, of course, so maybe don't give it to the big guy. Once again, don't listen to me. Terrible advice given. But apart from that. And you see, the Cruncher Munch's got the wizard too, so if you're the Nekromancies Folly here, you want to get that ball, so you force him to burn the wizard on his half possession and still potentially come away with the score. You let him score, and you get the ball at the half, but he's got a wizard in his pocket, and he's got a full complement of strength pieces, then it may be difficult.
Go, big guy. Trample all over him.
Captain Crunch going to get some revenge on Brian the Dragon Slayer.
With arms like toy trucks.
And he's okay.
It's only going to be one result in that spot.
Nice. Can attack that ghoul with that skink now. He really wanted to. Make it easier to pick the ball up.
The ball
that's
is currently
stunty.
secure, but now they must grab it.
Fast and impossible to tackle.
Stunty, stunty, stunty.
Love it.
Love it. Ooh, no, another
They hit hard.
zombie off the pitch. This one's at least knocked out, as opposed to a regenning injury. Alright. Well, he certainly put a lot of players on that ball. I wonder if you think about wasting your wizard here. You could wipe out 3 skinks potentially, and it's AV7. So I mean, you're talking, you pass those coin flips on the fireball, you could potentially wipe out his entire complement of skinks. Will we see it? Will we see the fireball? Will we see the fireball? Nope, we are not going to see a fireball. Unless he ends the turn with it, which doesn't seem likely. Uh-oh.
They're gathering around that lone player.
Uh-oh.
Like halflings round a family.
His claws cut like a hot knife.
Here comes the pylon.
Here comes the blood.
These failed pylons. They're leaving me so unsatisfied. Well, he obviously thinks he's going to get the... it's just another insurance piece. I can see that. Makes sense. Avoids the prehensile tail. Not worried about it. Coin flip dodge. Gets the reroll. Back-to-back 6s. Gets the push.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
I don't know if we'll see a 1 die from his other Flesh Golem. Prehensile tail again. This is nothing. He's not worried because he's got the wizard, so he's probably... Oh, he doesn't have the wizard? Man, I am an idiot. He wouldn't... SC Bear has the wizard this whole time, and nobody in chat corrected me.
To come out on top?
How dare everyone underfront it. I blame it on the sandwiches that I've been eating. So, Mario's still got that piece down there, but honestly... I don't know. I think he's. I mean, there's still plenty of time. So if the Skinks score within the next 2 turns, the Necro has more than enough turn to score. So that might be what he's thinking. And then he gets the ball at the half. But still, kind of confused by the people he didn't leave marking the ball. Passes the bonehead. Gets the blitz.
The fight is about to happen.
Fans are ravenous. Just one more step.
Stun on the Dragon Slayer. I'm not sure what Mario was thinking there. Leaving all those skinks open in front of that ball. I feel like now he could just get the ball and set up a screen and he's going to score. It's certainly not guaranteed, but and the werewolf still has great movement, so the standing werewolf can come and help the ghoul. But SC Bear don't want to give him the ball back. He wants to hold on to that ball and maybe score on turn 7 or 8. That's the proper strategy. I feel like Mario might have been Belichicking him here. Oh, and he goes for the foul on the pile-on piece. Oh, just a stun. Just a stun. We've yet to see a bribe. We've yet to see, well, a productive foul? I think one of the fouls was productive. Not sure. Here he comes. Here comes that claw. Here comes that claw. Nothing. Moves the ghoul to play center field. Deep safety. Just trying to keep everything in front of him.
Get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
That is such a dumb attack for the Flesh Golem. I wish you could choose the animations for the attacks. Man, I'd love to give a Chaos Warrior that sweet Nurgle chest kick and double axe handle that they have. So jelly.
That one's got fists bigger than ham joints.
still pretty protected cage-wise. Still plenty of time. Dodge, no tackle.
That player just won't go down.
Here we go.
They look to be rolling on the ground in agony, Jim.
Got
Here
him!
comes the other team.
Oh, man.
And the injured
And he's okay! Oh, my God. Regen of the flippin' year. Huge. Oh, man. Mario had to been sweating that one. He's got to be thrilled. I mean, win or lose, he's still got a quality team here that I would definitely consider taking pro, given the skills on that werewolf. But he can rest a little bit easier now. But keeps removing threats from the pitch, and he's going to be able to score. I think we might see an overtime game here. That's quite premature, given that nobody's scored. Here we go. Just a start. I think you'd see him foul. I wonder if Mario forgot he has 2 bribes. Definitely would.
The bookies are taking bets this next action is going to
Oh,
fail. Just thought you should know.
nice. That skink's going down, ladies and gentlemen. Skink's going down.
There's no harm in making it flop.
Oh, and that's the second skink down, folks. Skink down! Skink down! So that's 2 skinks off the pitch now. 1 reserve skink. 2 skinks on the pitch. So if you're counting at home, Crunch or Munch is down to 3 skinks. There's 3 skinks to the wind, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a little worrisome. If I were them, I'd be a little worried. Mark that ball with a Crocs. Smart move. Another werewolf, though. Rugtail is going to acquaint himself with Captain Crunch, I think. You just got to move this guy here, stand this guy up, and then move that guy into the corner and come in through the top, and you got yourself a stew going with 6 strength to 5. It'd still be a 1 die because of this jerk face here, unless he's willing to bring Morrow Muncher down, base him, and then the 1, 2, 3 would give him a 2 die.
Is so close, and yet
Oh.
so far.
Now he's got enough free pieces to kind of protect that skink, but there we go. This bonehead's Croxagore is just working his tail off. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And he's probably going to dodge away with this skink. Probably seal that corner off, because he has to, because he can't leave. That werewolf can chew that corner right up. Can't leave that. He's got to dodge little Skittles over there. Otherwise... Zoop. Okay. There we go. Huh. Ah, I see what he did. He set himself a frenzy trap. He's counting on the fact that he doesn't have block, hoping he needs the push. Then it's Red Die City.
Well, they had to retreat a little. It was getting dangerous.
That's also a good point. It's no longer Red Die City if he marks the pieces of the cage. So now it just seems to me like it's back to being a bad decision to doing it. Because now, with Frenzy, he's going to get 2 hits on this skink. And they're marked. So, there ain't going to be no Frenzy trap.
That's it. Get in their face.
There it is.
Remember, you need
Doesn't
balls
even need
to
it.
Score. Hey, good defensive block.
Oh, and Thorgrim the Dragon Slayer has... Oh, and then Prehensile Tail does its work. I like to switch views when possession is changed. So now... It's Cruncher Munch's last turn. Nut up and shut up. Are they going to be able to score? They have a good chance. They knock this... If Thorgrim gets knocked down... and doesn't waste his blitz, he can blitz Lemonhead to Marrow Muncher to free up Skittles to pick the ball up, scoop it, and score. Let's see what happens. Thorgrim versus the world. He's got this.
Can the player force possession away from
Gets
the
the
ball?
Powsy Wowsy.
Listen, get exciting.
Thorgrim goes down. Takes a decent... Well, potentially, because now you can knock the... Now you got to blitz. Got to blitz Lemonhead to Marrow Muncher. That's all he needs. Now, can he get it? Stunty in and out of the tackle zone, which he doesn't even need to do. He has enough movement to pick it up and double back. And I believe he's got 2 rerolls, so we can only use 1, but...
Failure that could cost his team dear.
I don't know why you'd go with him.
If the player remains unmolested, they could sprint into the end zone.
What is he doing?
That's quite a big...
Is he going to risk a handoff?
Has that player had a brain transplant with a demented...
Alright, that is
thing?
straight insane. I have no idea what SC Bear was thinking right there. He had a skink. He wanted to level him up. He wanted to level him up. Now, let me tell you. I understand why, but there's a $10 PSN on the line here, gentlemen. $10 PSN. I take that touchdown.
Grab them in your knees and relax, Jim. We're gonna be here for quite some time.
I can't believe that. To be honest, I can, but I'm kind of a little
Come on,
shocked.
guys, together.
Gets the wake up. So now we're just down 2 skinks, but he had 1 on the limit, so it should be 10 players to a full complement of players. So Mario will be receiving in the half. with his full team ready to go.
They should replace that
Sea
player
Bear
before they
still,
lose
I
any
believe,
more.
with the Crocs. Yes.
This needs to be a hell of a catch.
10 to 11. Here we go. Interesting that he just leaves the wide zones as wide open, but then again, he could be thinking of his fireball. All right, Folly get another reroll. They ended their turn, their half with one.
This is going to be decisive.
So knocked down.
The attacker has an assist.
Second knockdown. Will we see a break? Oh, Fruit Loop is down, folks. This next game, not a good. Oh, he's using his APO. Probably not a good result. And it's missed next game. I never use that unless I'm trying to bring him back to play in this game. But tough break for the Crunch and Munch. They're now out of an Apothecary. Down 2 Skinks and a Saurus. So we're talking 8 players to a full complement of players with 3 zombies. Which, if I didn't know any better, I would bet Butterfingers was raised from someone else. From some unfortunate murder. Captain Crunch is down. Mighty Blow. We still have 4 bribes available, people. I don't know if everybody knows that. So 4 bribes available. Well, let's hopefully we see a referee do something in this half to try to eject somebody. They know they'll get the bribe, right? That's the only thing I'm confused about. All right, so those of anyone just freshly tuning in, this is second half of the Race Roulette Ruckus final here between the Crunch and Munch and Nekromancies Folly 0-0. Winner gets a $10 PSN card to purchase a DLC team of their choice, probably either Chaos Dwarf or Khemri. Most of our coaches tend to own everything, because we're all pretty avid players here. And again, the Race Roulette Ruckus structure was 12 coaches, 12 races pulled out of a hat, 1 race to 1 coach, 2 blocks of 6. One coach plays every other coach in their block. Top 2 enter eliminators. 1 from A with 2 from B, and vice versa. And now we're seeing the finals of that. 33% dodge, pretty interesting. Did he have break tackle? Yes, he did. Oh, he rolled the 1, so break tackle wouldn't have mattered. Because it's still, even if it triggered, it still would have been a 1.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good. Takes a skillful player to stay up under such a
That's
sustained
smart.
assault.
SC Bear doesn't want to base anyone unnecessarily. Wants to limit Mario's hits to 1 per turn. If I bet his strategy has got to be to try to get Mario to bring that ball further down the field so he can strike with the lightning or fireball and try to scoop possession. If I had to guess.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw one.
Yeah, Mario for his parts, just getting them all based back up and probably going to pick another Saurus to attack with his wolf. Oh yeah.
players
setting
arrive
up
to
for the
assist
foul
their
too,
team.
just in case that doesn't. I think he
Unity
needed
is strength.
that for the
I think the
to make it
werewolf
too
is
die.
hungry.
Here comes a pile.
Would you like to go down onto the pitch and feed him?
Oh, doesn't pile on this time. Maybe memories of that foul injury are fresh in his mind. Still got the 2 rerolls though. There's two bribes rather. Go for the foul. Let's see Thorgrim put a boot on Big Hunk's neck. Oh, building the cage. Yeah.
The players on the
Nice.
kick.
Five gold pieces.
Just a stun and no ejection. A 9 and a 5. Pretty sweet action here. It's got just a pretty much for all intents and purposes a cage, because skinks can't die stunty in there. That'll be a red die, and SARS don't have the mobility to get in there. But you could see him blitz this free SARS onto the corner of the cage, and then the other
Love the
SARS
smell of
down.
fireballs.
Oh no, or he's just gonna say, F it, you caged up and I have a fireball. Dragon Slayer is knocked unconscious, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty good. Pretty quality fireball. Could have been better, but a removal of stun and knocking down the ball carrier, I'll take it. And that's why you don't cage up against a wizard. But then again, stand firm. Oh, stand firm is one of those abilities that you absolutely revile if you don't have it on a player of yours, but absolutely love it if you do. At least I do. I certainly can't speak for every coach, but definitely hate stand firm when I don't have it. Push him on the ball.
Twinkle toes there.
Cause it's, now you got stunty here, so you might see a skink try getting that ball. Probably would have to get at least this guy knocked out.
He tries to secure the
Interesting.
ball.
He can still move this guy here, block with here, and then shoot in.
Now it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet. It's never simple.
Ooh, Scully and Mulder.
That team
Oh!
should avoid physical confrontation.
Okay, well now the Wizards off the table. Both teams still have their bribes, and the numbers advantage still heavily favors the Folly. So yeah, expect a block on this Saurus,
But can they pick it up?
and I expect a block on the other Saurus, and I expect a blitz on
That
one.
ball went down like a
Ooh, he's skink hunting. Very smart. Now, for those of you counting at home, 2 players left on Crunch and Munch that are going to be able to effectively handle the ball. So, you take them out, even if you don't score in the allotment and this sucker goes into overtime, you're sitting pretty because you ain't going to be able to pick up the ball. And here we go. Hunts the other skink. Any little Skittles is injured. Again, I will say, for those of you viewing at home, that's 1 skink left. One player on Crunch and Munch that has the ability to reasonably handle the ball. And he's about to get based by a werewolf. Or sealed off almost. Oh yeah. Still like to see a foul. I really wouldn't be assisted very much, but I'd like to see it.
Makes the blood boil.
Oh, the ball has been lost.
Yeah. Oh, it still was 33%, I believe. Yeah. So he still needed a 5 or 6. But if I were crispy right now, I'd be pretty worried. I mean, try to get some of these pieces down around him and then maybe go in, out, and out. But you're probably going to be maimed. And it's probably going to be nasty. Judging by what has transpired here. Stand firms on the ball is it's quite a pain in the ass to deal with as well.
A loose ball is a dangerous ball. The player needs to secure it, and fast. Look at all those players sitting down on the job. There'll be trouble with the unions if this carries on. Not what you'd expect. This is blood.
Oh, he did what he had to do. Just don't know that it was successful. Come on! Oh, and there's the last skink. Kind of like the last of the Mohican. So there's effectively nobody on the pitch that can handle the ball effectively for the Crunch and Munch. So that could definitely be problematic.
What's that?
Ooh, here we go. Oh, finally an ejection.
And here comes the
We're
other
gonna see
team.
a bribe? Alright. Yep. Saurus touchdown is the only option. That's right. I don't know. It doesn't even seem like Mario's trying to score. He knows he got the overtime if he needs it. So, and if he kills everybody, he gets a pitch clear touchdown. So, I don't know.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Dealing with that stand for him is a real pain in the dick. Especially when
Appears to be anchored to the
they've got
spot.
block and you do not.
He's not moving.
Oof. Really nothing else he could do. So he basically has 5 Sauras. 5 Saurai against the world. Maybe going down to 4 Saurai.
Now that's a real mess. This player likes to be well assisted in fight.
Frenzy. It's kind of like Toasty.
They'll need to scoop up that ball and quickly. A loose ball is a dangerous ball. Goody.
What is he
Fire in
doing?
the morning.
Oh, he's getting it. Cool on fire. Setting up the run here. Ghoul on fire. Well, not literally. I mean, there was one earlier. I don't know if that was a ghoul via that, but... Here we go.
Get next to the ball carrier so you can block him. And if that doesn't work, stab him in the face.
Goes down.
A blind incontinent halfling could have avoided that tackle. Oh dear! Is that a good tackle or a bad dodge? That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
I just don't think the Cruncher Munch has enough pieces to adequately defend
The more the merrier.
against
This is going to be
the
decisive.
onslaught here.
With fresh flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next
There we
time.
go. Oh, we're gonna see her pile on. Oh, without grabbing. Oh! Ooh.
I think there was a Blood Bowl player under this other one.
Morris is just a fucking
That's
beast.
why I love this game.
Claw Palmer, man. They're nasty. Here, so we'll probably just see. Mario will probably still wait to turn 16 to score, even though the odds of them using 2 turns and brutal, absolutely brutal. He ain't giving up though. That's Seabear's credit. He isn't giving up.
This one, the attacker, smells weakness.
Oh, he didn't. Does he have break time? Did he roll a hard one?
Pay rise.
Or he just needed. Oh no, he didn't have the break tackle. He needed a 6 to dodge.
The match can't end in a draw. Do something, please. If the player is
Yep.
pushed here, it will finish in the public. And in general,
There's nobody that's going to be able to
much more
reach him.
dangerous
So they
than
didn't have to
players.
worry. At Saurus, on the other hand, Wheaties is about to be chewed up and then fouled. Oh boy. Better eat your Wheaties. He chose not to pile off. Interesting. Well, things are looking pretty grim for Crunch and Munch. Outside of catastrophic power failure or epic misclick, looks like that's gonna do it. Let's see what unfolds here. Can't physically reach the ball carrier with anybody. Well, technically with him, but you're not going to roll multiple 6s to get there. You'd have to roll like 4 or 5 6s in a row.
There's only one word to say about this.
Doesn't even get the pow. Oh, well, chain block into
Crunch.
Ben the Dead Jester, though. Oh, Dub Skulls. And as expected, with one reroll here. I mean, Mario don't care if it goes to overtime, but I still don't think I don't think he wastes time.
Well, there's still a
Old Marrow Muncher scores this touchdown. So like I said, that looks like that will probably do it. Here we'll have one turn left to see if SC Bear can punch anything or get a riot to add a turn, but still doesn't have skinks unless they wake up. But for all those checking out and watching the stream, don't forget to check out NBP-Pro.com. That's nufflebpraised-pro.com. We are winding into our 3rd season, about to kick off within 2-3 weeks here. Maybe a little bit longer, but around that time frame probably. So we've got to sign up for tournament we're running to get a shot at the pros. So if you are a PS4 Blood Bowl coach and you want to play in a professional league, you should check out our forum and drop your registration in there. And like I said, see if you got what it takes to compete with one of the most premier PS4 Blood Bowl 2 leagues. Gotta stop eating sandwiches. It's getting me. Really thinking about where he wants to kick it. Ooh, extra reroll that, I mean, they'll be able to use, but I don't know that it'll help them in any way. Not that I think a riot would have
I've played on this pitch before, Jim.
Anyway, either.
We lost, if I remember right. Lost the ball, at any rate. Couldn't find it under a big pile of corpses. Grumpy that guy.
Won't even give the poor kid some breaks against some regen zombies. Lame. I'd like to see the turn 16 foul. just because of the bribes being available. Oh, SARS is not picking up. Oh yeah, he is. Oh man, now if he only had a few turns. That's a shame. Well, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to congratulate Mario Godzilla on a game well played. He is our first ever race roulette ruckus champion with Nekromancies Folly. I'd like to also commend SC Bear and Team Crunch and Munch for making it to the finals. They fought hard. They fought well. Now, it looks like a tale of the breaks. Folly at 18 breaks to 8. 1 touchdown. Let's take a look at these statistics. Folly had the ball 32% of the time. Crunch and Munch only 12 because they was dropped many times. 38 blocks versus 39, so really even on the blocks. Injuries and knockouts inflicted, however, tell the tale. 72 yards running for Crunch and Munch versus 42 for the Folly. And then, of course, Crunch and Munch did have those passes. So now if you look over here, blocks sustained, like I said, even the casualties were the tail. And now looking at SPP, a lot of SPP over here. We've got, of course, the werewolf scooping it up, the whites scooping it up. So, all right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, make sure to check out NBP-Pro.com if you're interested in seeing more about our league or want to check out our YouTube page of NBP_Pro. I don't think that's actually it. You have to search for it because it's kind of weird. But either way, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, remember, always praise Nuffle.